for the win. No, Jones catches it, but not in the end zone. And I don't know why the clock is stopped. That looks like the ball crosses.
Looks like he breaks the plane.
Crosses the plane.
Now, obviously, when he comes.
Oh, well, what do you know? So, I know it looks kind of lonely up in here, but hold on. Got something for y'all. There's 2 more people with me as we do every week. I'm going to need you, Mad Mike and Dre, to go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Well, you already know who I am. The one and only Mad Mike Sports, strictly prohibited network. That's all I got to say about that, man. Y'all already know who I be.
You already know. I have to introduce myself. I'm Dre. I'm kind of like the force that drives this whole thing, but this is a 3-team effort. So I don't really got nothing to say. But I'm in the holiday mood today. Usually I'm in the holiday blues, but I'm kind of cheerful today. I got my Santa Claus Falcons hat on, custom made, so I'm kind of in the mood because the Falcons gave us a gift this past Sunday. It was a wonderful gift, honestly. I'm kind of happy, but then I'm kind of pissed. And I'm gonna explain a little bit later. But we here, another Tuesday, another episode of Red Cup Rants. So let's get it started. Got my cup. I'm ready to go.
Well, since you're ready to go and we just talked about the Falcons, let's start there. So, our man's Nims, number 11 Nim, Jet Jones, a.k.a. Waffle House, a.k.a. best wide receiver 1 in the league, a.k.a. where the hell Mike go?
Where did Mike go?
Anywho,
Where did Mike go?
I know, right? Oh, he gonna creep away from the mic.
Bro, come on, man.
Right. But the best wide receiver in the league, aka Julio Nim, aka Quinteris, for y'all who don't know his government.
Whole government name.
Yeah, he went for 134, 2 tubs, which means Matt Ryan had at least 2 tubs and at least 134. I don't have Matt Ryan's stats in front of me. I can grab them real quick.
Hold on, let me look.
Speaking of which, what's going on, Matt? We see you. And I don't know what happened to Mike. I guess he ran away, right? He came to your house to get some food. He'll
be back. I got that pasta I made last night. So
so he might be on the way to Dre house then.
210 yards, 2 touchdowns, and what was it? His completion percentage was 64. So pretty good day.
Okay, so a decent day behind center. Over 200 yards, 2 tubs. I watched the game from beginning to end. There wasn't no picks on Matt Ryan's side. As a matter of fact, I believe there's only 1 turnover in the whole game. 2. 2.
Yeah.
That final play counts as a turnover. Yeah.
Yeah, it really was. What can I say? It was a good game.
Yeah.
But there's always a but.
There's always a but. Oh, I'm sorry. Did y'all like our background? Ooh, we'll talk about that later. That background nice.
I like that.
That background nice though. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome right there. But I my saying as far as the Falcons. While it was a good victory, this is very frustrating for me because if the Falcons played like this every game, we would be in the mix for a playoff run. Instead, we're sitting at home. So
that's true.
While I'm happy that we beat another top team in the NFC, along with New Orleans as well, I'm still upset because me personally, this is how the Falcons should have played the entire season. So
I agree.
That's my gripe, but I'm not gonna sit here and be a Grinch. The Falcons played their ass off, and this is something to look forward to maybe next year. I know we're always saying Falcons is having next year. I look forward to that. Honestly, I mean, that's the only thing I can say. We have the potential, and the talent to be a good football team. It's just
Yeah,
got to be put together, honestly. So that's
we
my
we
take on this one.
we do have potential. I wanted to bring up something that I read online. I'm probably gonna drop the link in the comments for everybody who's watching. Where Matt Ryan did an interview last night. You know, after Drew Brees and his his big game. Where they talked about some things, some state of the Falcons news, and how the team is rallying around Dan Quinn, and pretty much he said that they are, in not exactly direct words, but iterating it pretty hard, that they're pretty much playing to save Dan Quinn's job because everybody from organization down, including the players, they all love Dan Quinn. But as me, you, and Mike has discussed, whereas we still got to find that damn ghost of Mike. You know what? When I see him, we ain't give him no food. He gonna watch us eat. Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he'll be back. I think he just got some technical difficulties. I know how it is
More,
because
more, more, more than likely. We
I'm not
cheapos
one of
around
those
here.
tech
We,
savvy
we
folks.
right,
I can't talk about folks like that, So,
right, right.
but
What's going on, Sarge? Crazy
what
folks,
up,
we see you.
Sarge? What up, Matt? Crazy folks. Welcome everybody. We're gonna try to be a little bit more interactive with the comments because I know a lot of people said they were kind of not upset, but it was like they don't see our comments. So if we don't see your comments, we apologize. It's just the fact that we're trying to streamline the show. So
Right.
don't take it personal. Just ride with us. We'll get better. We're still trying to
Yeah.
get this whole live thing down. So
It's a growing experience. You gonna grow with us. We growing, y'all growing. You know what I'm saying? Yasha, we
Right.
see you. Appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, like we said, Dan Quinn is loved by everybody in the organization. So me and you we just finished discussing we know who the problem is, but no, everybody wants to blame the coach because the coach. But thanks, Matt. I like that background too. You know what I'm saying?
What
Billy,
up, Matt?
what's
Billy, what
good,
up, Billy?
Billy?
Billy's been a while, man. Thanks for
Yeah,
checking in.
man. Yeah, it's
Well,
good to hear from you.
we know what the issue is. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
when
it ain't the one
the
that
other
blow the
guy.
whistle.
It's the other
Yeah,
person in this equation. That's our general manager,
yeah, yeah. The one that looks like is it
Macaulay
Stursky? He look
Culkin.
like coach.
He looks like Macaulay Culkin to me, a grown ass Macaulay Culkin. That's what he looks like.
Yeah. He do look like
He really
a big.
does. He
He looks
really
like
does
Kevin
look
from
like
Home Alone, but bigger.
so,
Right? Yeah, yeah.
right. So with that being said, I think that we really have to evaluate our front office.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think, and I know a lot of people say they don't want Quinn to come back. Quinn is not the issue here. It's
Never was.
Dimitrov.
Yeah.
Dimitrov's the problem.
Yeah.
I think the fact that Quinn made the decision, which I think was still a very late decision to relegate duties to other guys that are capable of running our defense. That should have been done when we was on this loser streak. I mean, it's kind of a little too late right now because we're out of the playoffs, but it should have been done before. And also, another person that needs to go is Carter. Carter should never. I don't even know why we hired him back. He was trash the first time we had him, so I don't even know why he was back the first time.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know why we brought Dirk Cutter back, but
I don't know why we brought him back because when everybody said that he was going to be good for Matt Ryan, I was like, where? He wasn't good for Matt Ryan the first time. So
bitch, where?
I mean, really, like, come on now, like y'all didn't learn from the first time, So
Right.
I mean, it's all good and everything, but for people that's saying that Dan Quinn should go, I'd say give him another year, honestly. But we do need to find another GM, honestly, and find another offensive coordinator that can cater to Matt Ryan. Because, like I said, a couple times, Matt Ryan and Julio is not getting any younger.
Right.
They're basically in their window right now as far as their prime is. Not everybody can be Drew Brees and Tom Brady.
Right. Well, Sarge, Quinn is a nice guy, but not every player responds to disciplinarians. Me and Dre, we both played football when we were in high school,
And if you really
And
if
I
you really
dabbled in
think about
college, so yeah,
right,
I can tell you that each coach has his own style of coaching, where and every player has their own method that what works for one ain't gonna work for the other. Whereas
right,
me and Dre both had a corporal punishment type head coach to where you fuck up, everybody fucked up. Whereas
right,
my
and
special teams coach was, hey, come over here, let me talk to you, show you what you did wrong, kind of guy. Guess which one got more of a response from the team? It wasn't the one that threatened to put his foot in our ass every day.
if you want a prime example of that shit not working, look at the situation in Jacksonville. They a whole dumpster fire down there. So
Shit, you
not
really
everybody.
want
I
to
mean,
you really want an example of that not working? I could take you to my old buddies, them 4 crazy letters that Uncle Sam, our misguided children, because I am a Marine veteran, for those who don't know, and threatened to break my foot off in everybody's ass. Didn't work every week. Didn't work
right.
every day.
But as
I
far
had
as
more people threatening me than listening to me, because this generation is that's a whole nother story. Carrying on. What you got, Dre?
But that's the thing. I know everybody says we should get somebody that can lay the law down, but I'm telling you, not everybody can be Bill Parcells. Not everybody can be Bill Belichick. And like I said before, we're gonna, the whole Jacksonville situation, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna cover later on in this show. That shows you that not everybody responds to a disciplinarian. Not everybody can be that. So to everybody that said that Quinn is not the guy, it took me a while to disagree, but I actually disagree. I think that
Yeah.
Quinn could do this job. It's just the fact of the matter is he's finally starting to realize he can't do it by himself. He can't be a
Right.
head coach and a defensive coordinator. He had to delegate some duties, and you see it, albeit inconsistently,
Right.
you see it.
If
But
I think it freed up his mind because he was conflicted. He was trying to run defense and he was trying to, run the entire team. And it was just like, I'm trying to focus on the entire team, but I'm the defensive coordinator and I'm supposed to be focusing on this unit right here. So
right, so I mean, it's like I said, it's a delicate situation here. But I don't think Quinn should leave as of yet. Now, if he has the same issue next year, then we'll revisit this again. But I think Quinn should stay. But I think if anybody's going to get the axe, it should be Cotter and Dimitrov. They should be the first two to get the axe because I already said that hiring Carter was the worst decision we made. And you saw how our defense regressed this season. Like we had a couple good games, but we still had a bad, we still had a bad couple games. So
yeah. Well, I want to address some comments real quick. Joe B, I see you. I see all your comments. I agree. The O-line does need some help. We need a lot of beef. We need to focus on the run game, which is why me and Dre both agree Dirk Cutter needs to be gone. Because he's a pass happy type of. I don't know what the hell's wrong with Dirk Cutter. All he wants to do is pass. I also agree with you. The inconsistencies, they can come back to bite you in the butt. So there is that problem. Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's just, it is what it is, but hopefully we figure out how to get everything situated so we can, be best. Mesh, I appreciate you joining us. Appreciate you watching the show. Nikki, hey, we see you. What's going on, sis? Love you and stuff. Lil Tariq, I see you watching. Your uncle said, hey. With that being said, me and Dre, we're gonna continue to do what we gotta do because Mike is gonna be joining us sooner or later. And yes, Billy, we can see your comments.
Yeah, we see everybody's comments. Like I said, we all
Billy,
we see everybody's
look at
comment
you right there on the stream and stuff.
Like I said, we're going to be more interactive with the show.
Right,
so just bear with us. We're still learning like all this. So
right. Well, but like everybody else, and just like business world, you got to learn how to evolve and grow, and that's what we're doing as a show. And Sarge, I do agree. Devondre Campbell took a long time to get his act together. Whoo, Lord have mercy. I thought we were going to have to drive up to Flowery Branch and hit that fool upside the head with a hammer. But he finally got it right. He finally getting there. So That being said,
like I
we ain't
said,
got to cover that the Falcons beat the Niners because the Falcons beat the Niners. You seen how we opened the show, right?
yeah, we beat them.
You need me
But
to
like
play
I
it again?
said,
You need
I'm
me to play it
still
again? I can play it again for you. You know.
no, I'm not because it's just gonna remind me of what this season could have been if we play like that every game. Like I said in my post yesterday, I said we beat teams like the Saints and the Niners, two of the top teams in the NFC, but then we turn around and lose to the Bucks and the Cardinals. So,
Right. I think Mike called in to help us out. Mike, you there, bro?
I mean, I can hear him a little bit. So
Right. I'm working on it. I think I got him in the wrong. Okay, yeah, I got him in the wrong situation. That's something I need to. Okay. All right. We're not gonna mute that.
like I said, this is a growing experience for all of us. So just bear with us. Just bear with us.
Yep.
So,
But Mike is with us, so that's a beautiful thing. And I'm very happy about that. And our next topic will be something that Dre, this is actually up your alley, something that you love quite well. And it's let's talk about Bud being Bud. Cause whoo boy, I don't know what the hell Bud was on.
shoot, what y'all want me to say? That man's to me. Everybody talks about Lomo, but I think that Terrence Crawford to me is the number one pound for pound fighter in boxing. I think that but I will say this: he did have a little bit of trouble. He did have a little bit of trouble the other night. This guy, I don't know what his name is, so I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it.
It's on the screen for you. It's on the screen because I
I'm
can't say
still
this
not.
shit
I'm
either.
still not. I'm still not because y'all know if people have been following us for a while, y'all know I'm very bad with pronouncing words. So I'm not going to even get that far. But as far as the fight goes, that's the first time I've seen Crawford actually get in some kind of trouble. But as champions do, he somehow, he won the fight. Now the question is, when is him and Spencer going to actually put name to paper and make this fight? Because like I said it last time we was on that I think that boxing is a dirty game to most, and these promoters and these fighters are scared to fight each other. And I really think that needs to be addressed because, and me as a fan, I want to see a fight like that. A Spence and a Crawford fight would really do numbers.
Right. I agree. It should do numbers. It could do numbers. It's just like you said. We have a lot of promoters who do dumb things, and uh, Mike Tyson was quick to tell people that there was a lot of people he refused to work with because of
Yeah,
promoters, screwing people
yeah.
over.
Right.
You know,
Bob,
so
well, I don't call him Bob Arum. I'm gonna call him Sideshow Bob because I remember he tried to fuck over Floyd. So
yeah, Sideshow Bob. Yep.
this happens. I do have a question. Billy asked the question. I know we're trying to stay on topic, but he did ask, y'all think we should draft a QB to replace Matt Ryan because he's getting older and past his prime? Not right now. I think Matt has about 2 or 3 seasons to go before we address that situation. Our main concern right now is our lines. Our defensive lines, our defensive and offensive line got to get fixed. Granted, we did a little better in the running game this past weekend, but we got to work on our lines first. So I think we should hold off on the Matt Ryan passing the torch to another QB, maybe about 2 or 3 more years.
Agreed. Uh, yeah, we're gonna slide over. Okay.
So,
We do appreciate the comment there, Billy, and everything. But yeah, I think Bud walked into that fight against not gonna try it. Sorry, my better judgment just kicked in, and woo. I think he.
you gotta say what you gotta say without saying. You gotta say what you gotta say without saying it.
Right. I'm gonna say what Mister say with your chest, because that's how he was fighting. He was saying it with his chest.
Right.
Bud walked into that fight underestimating it. And
I think that's what he did too.
And 5 rounds. It took 5 rounds before Bud was like, maybe I should stop.
underestimated
what round was it? I think it was round 1, 2, or 3 where Bud got dropped and he got hurt and it kind of pissed him off for the rest of the fight. And he was like,
they said it was a knockdown, but to me it looked like a push. But I wasn't there, so I mean I don't know what it was, but if I would go back correctly and look at it, it looked like a knockdown, but I'm not sure. So
same. But yeah, I mean, I really didn't have a thought on it because my mind was already kind of full of sports that night. I watched the Bud, I watched the UFC, I watched some. I watched some Hawks.
It was a good night. It was a good night Saturday. It was a very good night. So I mean,
I watched the Hawks. I watched the Georgia Dogs and Ant-Man. I watched.
Oh yeah, I actually went to that game with the Ant-Man and
somebody that I know quite well told me there was a Hoodie Mello sighting.
Yeah, he was there.
See, I'm just gonna sip my red cup. I'm hating right now. I'm hating.
Shoot, I just looked at him. I mean, he just walked by. I didn't say anything. So, and I think he was there because Portland and Phoenix had a game. I think that a couple of days later. So I think he was there. And I think he was there to see Ant-Man. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? But, yeah, it was a good night of boxing. But like I said before, now what's next for Crawford? I mean, Spencer probably won't fight for a couple more months because of the terrible accident he had. But
yeah.
What's really next for him? Because there's Manny out there, but it looks like Manny might be trying to get a rematch with Thurman, or he might go for the bigger fish, Floyd Mayweather, because Mayweather says he's coming out of retirement. So where did this put
Floyd say the only person he wants to fight is Manny? So
yeah. So I mean,
that's just a money grab. Then it's a money grab.
Everybody talks about who he signed under Bob Arum. He's not really the greatest promoter out there. I mean, yes, he's made a lot of money. He's put on a lot of good fighters, but he's also a douchebag. So I don't even know. And then Earl Spence is he's controlled by PBC, so Al Haim and them over there. So it's kind of like
did you just call my man a douchebag? I mean, he is a douchebag. Did you call my man a douchebag?
He really is. He was mad because Floyd made a decision for himself to say, you know what, I'll be my own boss and get my own money instead of, he's like, I'm making $800,000, but that's 30%. That's like what? What's 30% of 800,000? What, like 350? 200, 250, 300,000. So I mean, after that, Arum had beef with him. Oscar De La Hoya had beef with him. So I mean, shit, Floyd must have been doing something right because all these folks hate him. That man still getting money. So.
Right. Well, since we are in the world of combat sports, we can address our lovely background for the evening and talk about UFC 246, whereas the main event of the evening, which drained me, it wore me out, which is why I'm kind of, I'm still kind of tired. It was a great night though. was my man's the Nigerian Nightmare versus some brash, loudmouth, racist guy. What's your thoughts? Because I ain't gonna get that man the time of day. I ain't gonna say his name.
First off, before I get to that was a pretty awesome card. That was a very good card. Max Holloway, even though he lost.
Yeah. Hey, Dre, what you think about Molasses Dope?
Oh, she's my new Roman crush. What are you talking about? Demetria got dethroned. So I mean, yeah. Nunez is she's my question about Nunez is this, and if anybody out there in the sound of my voice can ask me this, it's sad that she lost 4 fights. Who the hell did she lose to? So that woman been kicking everybody. That woman been kicking everybody's ass since I've seen her fight. Like, who did she lose to? Like, who are the 4 women that beat her? Like, I don't even know. Like, somebody look it up for me or something, because I've never. The way this woman has been mowing down the competition, she fought Rousey, right?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it for you. I'll tell you who she lost.
Rousey. She beat Rousey. She beat what's the home? She beat Cyborg. Like she's killed everybody. Like who was the 4 women that beat her? Like
all right.
no,
All right. You ready?
yeah,
She lost her very first fight
okay.
against
Well, she was probably
versus a chick named Anna Maria. I like the name Anna Maria.
I don't even know.
Singing on the West Side Story. Oh, sorry, my
She
bad.
even fight? Like does she even fight?
Hold on now. I'm gonna give you the date, so I want you to understand how
it's kind. You know what? Honestly, bro, it's kind of like when Manny started getting hot. I was trying to figure out who beat Manny before. They're like, so
yeah. That first loss was on March 8th of 2008.
Oh, that was 11 years ago. That was like
11 years ago. Her second loss was on September 10th of 2011 against Alexis Davis. Her third loss was against Sarah D'Aleo, and it was actually by the judges.
Okay.
That was on January 5th of 2013, and the last loss was against Kat Zingano on September 27th of 2014. And there's your 4 losses. But anywho, now I got you sidetracked about molasses. My bad. Let's talk about the real subject.
I mean, you didn't. I mean, I was just talking about the whole card. The whole card was phenomenal. Like,
that card was beautiful.
Not one bad fight. Like, I think that's you know what, and I gotta give props to Dana White. This is probably his finest work as the owner of UFC. He put together a pretty decent card. So. And me being I'm not a hardcore UFC fan like some. I'm pretty much the casual guy, but I'll still watch it if it's a good card. That was a pretty good card. So, I mean, props to Dana White on that, man.
True. Well, I took umbrance with one fight. One. The Josie Aldo fight. I did not agree with the decision.
Aldo got robbed. He got robbed. He should have won that fight. He got robbed. I mean. Yeah, nothing else. He got robbed.
Yeah, because to me, he was banging the body. He controlled the action all fight. So, but hey, I'm not a ref because even the announcers. I mean, even the announcers. They were like, we need to fire all the refs. I mean, all the judges. I was like, damn.
That's what a lot of like even Floyd said. He's like. But he eventually started letting the judge figure it out. But a lot of fighters would be like, you know what? I'm not gonna leave it to the judges. I'm gonna end it myself. So
yeah.
How you gonna be? Unless you're like Floyd or Canelo, where you got Vegas in your back pocket, you're gonna win regardless. So you don't have to worry about that. So.
A shout out to LaDonna for letting us know that Kat Zingano was in Fast and the Furious 7. I did not know that. Thanks, BFF. We appreciate that.
The reason why she got it probably because she beat Nunez. That's probably Matter of fact, when we did the show, I'm gonna have to go look that up on YouTube and see exactly how she beat her. Like I'm being honest here. Like I've never seen her like the way Nunez has been fighting. She everybody talked about Ronda Rousey being the best. I think Nunez knocked her off that spot a long time ago.
Yeah. Well. Talk about something that wasn't a robbery, but it could have been because the fans were about to get robbed of a fire decision. Was the Usman and
just say his name, man? Broke Jaw. Jaw.
Yeah. Broke Jaw McGee.
Let's call him BJ McGee for Broke Jaw McGee. Let's call him.
Yeah. Oh, it was Gina. Okay, never mind then. Okay. After everything that happened in that fight. It came out that the judges had it 3-1 Usman, 3-1 Broke Jaw, and one judge had it down the middle 2-2.
I will say this: as much as BJ McGee was talking all that trash and putting on the act, he did bring the fight to Usman. I will give him that. But the thing with Usman is he never folded under pressure. He was
but Broke Jaw did some things that I thought I only would see on Twitter and social media. He acted a fool in the ring, putting on a show like, oh my God, really?
Well, you saw what happened after he lost the fight. He didn't even stay for the injury.
How you gonna say that an eye poke that is on camera shows you literally poked the man in the eye is fake news?
Well, for anybody that didn't see that was not an eye poke. That was a left to the jaw. That's why his jaw got broke. So
No. When he poked Usman in the eye, he said that he
didn't,
and that it was left news. No, that left to the cheek, that popped that jaw.
Okay, because when people talk about that was an eye, some dude was telling me that was an eye poke. I was like, that looked like a jab to the face. That ain't no damn.
That was a clean jab to the face.
Very clean jab.
And it like he even told his corner that in the third that his jaw was broke. And they was like, well, I need you to give me 10 more minutes. Just 10 more minutes.
Right. So, I mean, the fact of the matter is that
if your jaw broke, technically you shouldn't have, the fight should have stopped right then and there. That's
and I give you know what, and as much as we gave him a lot of grief, the fact that he still fought with a broken jaw, I will commend him for that. But that's just as far as I go. That's as far as I go with that.
That's the most amount of positive I got for him.
And I will say that he put up a good fight, and take away all the antics and all the BS he did with 45 and all that stuff. The man's a pretty decent fighter. He's a decent fighter. But I will say this: if he quits the UFC, he has a very good shot of going over there with trips in WWE. I mean, that was. Because a lot of that stuff
I don't know now. He seems to be a forever Trumper. He might have a better chance to get the job.
Jack, I'm not saying Jack Swagger did it, but that whole We the People stuff that stuck with a lot of people that don't look like us. So I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah. So I think he'd do great in the White House, considering that none of them are qualified for their job. So it's right up to.
I mean. Tell the truth. I mean, just honestly, but besides the point, being serious here, he was, he's a pretty good fighter from what I've seen. It's just the fact that
he's got skill, he's got heart, he's got talent. He's one of those that writes checks his ass can't cash.
Right, and this facade he put on rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, especially people that look like me and you and women. That whole best friend. And then when he posted with 45 with the belt, I mean, I know a lot of people were happy about that, but a lot of people weren't. So even people that knew him beforehand was talking about he was being phony and fake. That's why I said he's perfect for WWE because he's being fake. So I mean,
because it came out that his own mother ain't talked to him in about a year. So
right,
either you doing something real good or you doing something real bad. So.
What's the guy's name? Masvidal, whatever his name, whoever his buddy was.
Jorge Masvidal.
He's the one who said that Corey was. I mean, I don't know his name. Covington,
Colby.
Whatever. Was Colby. He said that he was nothing like this before the whole
Colby like cheese. He wasn't nothing like this until Brazil.
And I think LaDonna said it in our group chat or whatever. Then he get every time he walks to the gym, he has to have security because everybody wants to kick his ass.
Security has to come in because him and Masvidal are in the same camp. They're in the same So when they security literally goes into the gym before him to make sure that no one can get to him. Because
we basically
if you pretending to be a racist, you're doing it quite well to where people wanted to do exactly what Usman did and broke their jaw.
Right. This is why I said that he's perfect for WWE because he gets this reaction from everybody, and the fact that you alienated everybody in your camp, that says a whole lot. So I mean,
well, I'm gonna tell you like this, as my mama taught me a long time ago: talk shit, get hit.
He got hit a lot. I said on my post, and I said, this is how we are trying to fight for our reparations, and Colby was the government, so.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a return in the building. Man, Mike is back.
Mike, you back, bro?
Hell no. Man, this has been one fucked up day. I just want to say
we'll talk about it. I give you the floor and the body.
Look. Go ahead. Whatever we talked about the Falcons, we talked about boxing, we talked about the fight. So if you want to catch up, feel free. Go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
Let me turn this camera on just for this.
Yeah, Mad Mike. We right now we talking about Massa's friend getting his jaw broke.
Oh, that bitch. Yeah. Um, he lucky that he just got his jaw broke because I would have stomped, kicked him, kneed him in the nuts. I would have twisted.
Hey, look,
I would have did everything I possibly could.
Dex, you know what I want to say about Michael. We on the family show, so I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I'm gonna say.
That he the real savage of all of us. Yeah, we know
Mike gonna laugh when I say this. It involves a bottle and somebody swallowed that said bottle.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Look, I was mad, bro. Ladies and gentlemen. I know everybody say I'm the asshole of the group, but Mike is the champion. He's the champion asshole.
Les champions, like Chris Jericho.
Like his boy, the Fiend. Like his boy Bray Wyatt, the Fiend.
Oh God.
He is champion.
Wow.
But now, man, go ahead, man. The floor is yours. I know you trying to get stuff together, man. Go ahead and say what you got to say, man. So it's on you.
Is it supposed to turn black, babe?
Man, I mean, you guys are pretty much doing it. I don't even really know where to start. Other than Mr. whatever his name is, call him CC the
Colby.
bitch. That's what I.
Technically, his name is Colby.
No,
Colby
me and
Covington
Dex gave him the nickname. His name is BJ McGee. That stands for Broke Jaw McGee. That's his
name. Yeah. We stay with names around here.
All right, we're gonna keep that. Other than him, man. I know there's a lot of Falcons fans that follow myself. You guys are obviously have friends that are Falcons fans, who family and friends and whatnot. But I'm not surprised by anything that goes on. I told you guys numerous times that obviously there's a divide between head coach and GM. I mean, it's obvious. Anytime you have your star receiver, he's the first one, and Julio is the quietest one. Everyone knows that Julio does not say anything. He likes to go out, kick ass, and take names. That's it. That's all he wants to do. He don't want to. He don't want to do anything else. When he comes out and said no, Dan Quinn is preparing us to play. We're not executing. This is not a coaching. There's obviously a divide with this team, and I think when you look at Detus or not, that's another thing. Detus not actually played well.
I'm disappointed in that because I thought he would. I thought he actually would. I really did. But there's a reason why he's inactive. He's not performing good.
And that's the thing. There's an obvious divide when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons and the players. Something is going on, and I think the Falcons stars, Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, Ricardo Allen, these guys are the leaders of the team. We speak for the coach. That you got to listen to that. You have to listen to that. Yeah. Despite what we see on the field, when leaders come out saying he's not the problem, someone else is the problem.
Yeah, because one thing I will say is all the years we've been Falcons fans and all the trouble that we've had, all the shitty seasons, all the jobs that have been on the line, how many times have the players of the team ever said, we back the coach? It's not his fault.
That says a lot. That says everything for me. That says everything to me. And then you see
I got clowned when I said something when Julio first said that it wasn't Dan. I got they stuck a skewer in my ass and roasted me. Man, no one believed me.
We talked about this constantly. We talk about this constantly, Dex. Like probably we talk about this constantly over and over. You look at everything in its entirety, and you like when players, and I can't say this enough. When players come to a coach's aid, there's a bigger issue that we need to pay close attention to.
Yeah.
And maybe Dan Quinn is not the problem.
Yep. Well, that being said,
you have to as an owner, you have to listen to that. And like we said before, you're not going to succeed in the league every 3 to 5 years changing hit. You're not going to do it. You're not going to succeed when every 3 to 5 years you're looking for a new head coach. That means that new head coach is going to bring his guys and the guys that you have on staff that Julio likes, that Matt Ryan likes, that Ricardo, Vic Beasley, all these guys like. These are new guys that they got to get used to. Like it's just like chemistry. Yeah, we've just now begun to really heat up with Red Cup Rants, but this is years of chemistry with us. This is years of talking. We know each other like the back of our hand, bro.
Yeah.
So
it's only been 10 years, you know. Only been 10 years.
You know what? It's not just us three. We got Phil and Matt as well. Pretty much. So I mean,
years of chemistry
and
some crazy chick named LaDonna. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Oh yeah,
no names.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna name no
names. Petty Queen over there, but she is kind of mad at me because I said the Cowboys are gonna win a Super Bowl, so Jason Garrett can stay. So
look, I said the same thing too. So
shout out to my big bro Rusev. He probably got mad at us too. My bad. I didn't mean to.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to wish your W on this. My bad.
But as far as the
time, so yeah.
One thing I want to address before we move on to get back on schedule is I need Falcon fans to understand that Matt Ryan is not and has never been the problem. I want y'all to go to whatever computing device that you got that includes your phone for all y'all that don't understand. If it's smart, it can get on the interwebs. Look up game-winning drives, most all time. I think Matt Ryan's number 4. How's he the problem? Julio Bell is out. This receiver, that receiver, that.
When people say that Matt Ryan is the problem, I just laugh at them, honestly.
Right.
And if it's coming from a rival, I get that because you don't want to, talk trash about.
This comes from our own fan base.
Right. I talk about Brees all the time, but I know he's a good player. But when it's your own fan base that talks about Matt Ryan as a problem, then you wonder why we got the worst fan base in not just football, but all the sports.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. We have the worst fan base in all the sports. I don't know.
I do.
We really do.
I mean, people can say what they want to say, but I've worked for every professional sports team in this city. Surprise. I hate people, and I've worked for all of them. The Hawks, the Falcons, the Braves.
Did you see LaDonna's comment?
Nah.
I don't want to see nothing. I'm sure it's some BS. Or you probably tell somebody to go F themselves because you said something about
we love you too, LaDonna. However, getting back on task, what I will say is this.
I'll let you go ahead, Dex. I'll say it after we're done. Go ahead.
What I will say is this is, as much as people want to complain, this, that, and the other, I work for all these teams, and I can tell you this from insider knowledge. There has never been a home game in Atlanta, Georgia, that's been a home game for the home teams.
You know what? The only time it's been one is if we're like in the championship game. The NFC Championship game against the Packers, it was all Falcons fans. But
I can name 3 occasions. I can name 3 occasions.
Wait. Ayers 01. Even worse than Philly fans? Absolutely. We are worse than you. We are way worse.
Much.
We are way. But see, the thing with Philly fans is that
y'all
guys,
might be loud and
y'all get
rambunctious,
mad.
but y'all at least loud and rambunctious. Y'all show up.
Y'all loyal. Y'all loyal.
Right.
Even with the fact that if your team sucks, you're gonna talk shit about them, but you're still loyal to your team. Atlanta fans will talk shit and then they will go jump on the bandwagon on other teams.
Oh, I love Matty. I love Matty Ice.
I've seen it.
The other thing about Philly fans is y'all might borderline psychotic sometimes when y'all getting y'all fifis, but y'all stay with y'all squad.
They stay loyal.
Y'all show
Let's put it like this.
I have never seen an Eagles game not be packed. I've never seen a Flyers game not be packed. I've never seen even during the rebuild. I've never seen a Sixers game not be packed.
And it's packed with their fans. Our arenas be packed, but be packed with people cheering for the other team.
Yeah, and most of them from the city.
Right there,
most of them from the city.
Right there.
Okay?
During Kobe's last year, when Kobe had his going away tour, when
that was even last night when LeBron and the Lakers came the other night. You saw
when LeBron was in Miami.
Yeah.
Do you understand that we had the crowd was more along the lines of when it was more 65-35 them.
When an opponent goes to the line and your arena chants MVP for the opposing team, you have the worst fan base in all of sports.
I'm gonna put it to you this way, and I'm gonna get up off of this subject because it's starting to irk my nerves again. Anytime LeBron James would dunk, what used to be Phillips Arena would lose its mind. Mm-hmm. Anytime, well, I can't really say Green Bay because they travel well, but there are some other teams. Anytime they made a big play in the dome would lose their mind, and it wasn't for us.
Yeah, it was even Steelers. I went to a Steelers game, and it was a lot of Steelers fans in that dome.
Let me explain to y'all like this, how y'all can understand just how bad our fan base was. Our team had to be penalized for pumping noise into the stadium because our own fans wouldn't do their fucking jobs. Let that sink in. And it still had no fucking effect. Let that sink in.
Facts. All right. I do want to address a couple of questions here. Makari said that I feel we should release a couple players and go after elite players like Darius Slade, Von Miller, Kareem Hunt. Even though, hold on, let me finish. Even though we may not, but we should.
Big play Slade.
Makari, I agree with you, but I love Darius Slade. But guess what, Makari? This is the problem. We can't afford none of them players, bro. We can't.
We can't afford.
The Falcons' salary cap is pretty. I've been trying
to show. I was trying to say his name, Thomas Dimitroff. Overplaying.
I don't think. Go ahead, Mike. I mean, you probably got more insight than me, but I don't think we can afford none of the players. So, what do you think?
Hold on, everyone. I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something real quick. I want everyone who's watching to see this. This is why we can't afford anyone.
Oh yeah, we know. I mean, we know. So,
this is what Thomas Dimitroff has done. You see all those highlights? That's people he's overpaid.
Yeah, we still paying for Sam Baker, ain't we? Ain't Sam Baker still getting paid by us?
Yeah.
Ray Edwards still getting paid by us. I mean,
that's a list of all the busts and maybe hits that Thomas Dimitroff has pulled into this fucking city.
Yeah.
But it's the coach.
Like I said, this is why I said that, and I know a lot of people probably won't agree with when I say this. When Detroit was asking about Freeman, we should have sent him to Detroit. We should have. Because I think with Allison and who was the other guy that was running hard Sunday? Hill? Who was the running back that was running yesterday?
Quadre Ellison or Brian Hill?
Both of them, yeah. So at that point, consider the fact that we still got them for cheap, and it would have unloaded a lot of money. We traded.
Didn't we draft both of them?
I think so.
One thing also that we got to keep in mind that we have our number one draft pick back And this dude, I want to send you guys some film. All right, I want to send you a couple clips of this dude. When I tell you, Dan actually has a video. He'll be
Well,
dropping that.
you know I love
Yeah,
reviewing film, and after the week I've had, yeah, I need it.
man. When I tell you, Caleb McGuire and Chris Lindstrom are absolute animals.
But you know
These
what?
dudes
And
are
shout out.
freaking.
I guess I'm gonna have to eat some more crow tonight, which I probably will after the show. I said the same thing about
Huh?
Lynch. I didn't think he
Man,
was healthy enough to be. I
oh,
didn't think he was healthy enough to be
he didn't
a
have nothing.
starting guard or a starting lineman in the league. But the way
Mm-hmm.
he handled Nick Bosa Sunday, that
Oh, that's a
man,
grown man. Don't you grown ass
Oh,
men. These
that
guys are
really
very
like
remember, he also did the same thing to Cam Jordan.
just. Mm-hmm.
Where you going, son?
so. Like I said, and I said before, and people who listen to the show, if I'm ever wrong, I always eat the crow. I always eat the crow.
Absolutely.
Chad Lindstrom, he went against some
Dre be
very
whipping the
good.
pot, so he'll serve it up real nice and he'll sauce it
Yeah,
up and he'll
but
season
at the
it
same
up.
time,
He'll make a po' boy
I
out of it,
think
you know.
the fact of the matter is that he went against two of the top defensive ends in football who can really get to the quarterback, and he handled his own both times.
Yeah.
Hey man, hey look, I'll gladly eat the crow with some hot sauce
And
and
he
some
just
Frank's.
didn't.
Yeah.
He just didn't
Speaking
handle it.
of,
He manhandled those dudes. He
That's what I'm
manhandled
saying.
Cam.
Like he
Manhandled
showed,
Cam.
yeah.
you know what? He
Speaking
showed that
of,
mean streak. He's showing that mean streak that
mhm,
the Falcons line been missing. So.
yeah.
But
Speaking of eating crow,
that's pretty much it about the Falcons. So I know we
yeah,
got a lot of stuff to talk
yeah.
about.
Oh
So go ahead.
yeah.
Speaking of eating crow, I have to eat crow because I was absolutely wrong about something,
Okay.
and it pains me to be wrong about it because I wanted to believe in this guy. I
Oh
really
shit.
did. I don't like quoting other shows or other on-air personalities, but something Uncle Sheshe said on the show Undisputed this morning,
Mhm.
it hit home because it was absolutely true.
Okay.
Please don't let me about LeBron. Please just don't do this to me.
Ah, get out of here, boy. Josh Gordon has Julio's talent, but can't get out of his own way.
I'm done. I'm done defending him. I'm done. I ain't got nothing to say.
I
I have
defended him.
nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
Bradley, what up?
Uh,
We see you.
I have nothing.
LaDonna, yes, Free has lost a lot of value this season. He's afraid. We've had this conversation. We're gonna continue to have this conversation. He ain't all there.
But you know
Plus,
what?
we don't run the ball enough, so there's that too.
But you
Because
know what?
we get down early in games and try to come back.
I think Makari brought up a good point. We should have tried an angle to get Slade for Freeman.
I would. Yes, Josh.
No, that's
Yes,
I
Brad. Josh got suspended again. We don't know how long for. Probably permanently. This is
But
his
see,
fifth
like
time.
I said, that's just my opinion about the whole thing with Slade. But that's just me because I think Slade's a good cornerback. But
he's gonna cost too
I
much
was,
money. We don't need another $40
I was
million.
more, but see,
This thing.
I was more,
We
I
already
was
have
more
50,
concerned,
trying to get rid of True Funds contract. It's gonna be
Yeah.
and that's why I said it's more.
expensive, dog.
I think you know what, and I think it was kind of like the Ramsey situation where everybody was like, as much as I like Jalen Ramsey, we couldn't afford him. I was
Yeah.
looking more at the fact that I wanted Freeman gone because of how much
Yeah.
we're paying, so we could free up the cap space. But going back to the Josh Gordon situation, I don't got nothing to say. He's like Jalen Collins to me. They don't learn. They don't learn. They
I'm
don't.
actually saddened by. I'm like, this is one of the few situations where I am sad to see somebody
Yeah.
being like. I don't like seeing people like he has to win. I don't feel sorry for anybody that lets their demons destroy what they have. Like you have every opportunity, everyone in that universe that wants to help you, and you still fuck up. Like no, I don't feel sorry for you anymore. I'm sad that you pretty much killed your. I mean, you know how many people would die to be in Josh Gordon's position? We got guys that are still talented guys that play in the AAF. These guys want a shot. They want a shot at playing football, and they don't get that shot. And he had that shot, and he just shitting it. He just pissing it away. Just totally pissed it away. I just
I'm gonna hold off for
I don't feel sorry. I don't feel I'm saddened, but I don't feel sorry for him because he did it for. You have to want it. If you don't want it, that's on you, dog. That's on you.
Okay.
I can only look. You can lead to a horse of water. But you can't make him drink. You can't make him drink. That's him.
Yeah. Well, I'm in a different boat, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, use your opinion, bro. You know,
And
that's how we are. That's how we are.
It's not that because I kind of back the guy. It's because I've seen it before. You know,
Yeah.
having an actual uncle who he's gone to rehab at least 6 times. And sometimes it's not for a lack of trying. Sometimes it gets to a point to where that's all you know.
Yeah. I mean, I could agree to an extent, but at the same time.
I mean, do I have remorse for him?
I don't. I really don't.
Slightly because I feel bad for him, but I don't feel like he needs another shot.
Nah, that's it.
I feel bad for the person, not the football player. I'm more upset with the people around him than him. Like, if y'all know that this man's got these kind of demons, why not keep him away from them kind of things? Because I have my own demons. Matter of fact, this is one of them. Severe depression. The Marine Corps diagnosed me with schizoaffective disorder, and I've had many therapists tell me I have PTSD. I used to drink my days away. Matter of fact, I used to drink so much that I woke up not know what day it was, what time it was, where the hell it was, where the hell I was, or how the hell I got there. So I get it. I get it from both sides. I would prefer Josh get help. He's an NFL player still, so it's going to be on the NFL's dime, but I just want to see the man get help. Do I think he's going to still play? Fuck no. I think them days is over with. But I want to see the man get help, and I want to see some people who going to stay on his ass regardless of what he says or what he does. Because we don't have that many those kind of people no more. Where I got you, Dre. I got you, Mike. And I got Matt. I got LaDonna. I got Kim. And I got Nikki. To where even on my worst days and my roughest days, when I feel like, all right, fuck this. I ain't doing this no more. One of y'all will try. One of y'all is going to probe me to figure out what kind of mood I'm in. And then y'all going to discuss, okay, he's in this type of mood. Trying to hammer on him ain't going to work. I'm going to send this one out there. Go talk to him this way to get him back. And then some days where y'all don't say shit and just let Mike and Matt come in there and just fucking irritate me until I want to snap on everybody. But it gets me to get it out.
I love that. It happens. But you know what? I agree with you to an extent, but at the same time, he's a grown-ass man, though. You got to sometimes take accountability for your actions because y'all know how I get. And even Mike called me.
True.
Mike called me out plenty of times where he was like, dude, you really need to look yourself in the mirror and figure out what's wrong with you before you take it out on us. Yeah. And that hit home because I was like, you know what? He is absolutely right. I really got to figure out why I'm like this. So I understand that you got to have people in your circle to help you out. But at the same time, you got to look yourself in the mirror and be like, what the fuck I need to do to make myself better? You can't keep blaming it on doing drugs or it's just how I am. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You got if you want to grow as a person, I mean, fuck the football shit. If you want to grow as a person, you really gotta sit there and fight your demons and get help to fight your demons and make yourself a better person. You really do.
That's true.
You do.
Well, speaking of accountability, and I know this is probably one of the weirdest segues we've ever had on the show. Don't feel bad. Sit back. I got plenty more crazy ones coming. We're gonna talk about some accountability. We're gonna talk about this guy named T-Sizzle. Terrell Suggs used to be a Raven. Used to be an Arizona Cardinal. Keyword was used to be.
Used to be.
He was claimed by the Chiefs, even though he came out and stated that he didn't want to play for nobody else but Baltimore, and he wasn't going to show up if he didn't. However, word on the street, and that's with a K. That's with a K. I learned you. I learned you. Word on the streets is that he's actually going to show up, and he's going to report and play the rest of the year out with the Chiefs. How y'all feel about that? Because I think this might be his last hurrah. I mean, he feeling some type of.
You know what? Honestly, I think it's a big help to that defense because they just lost Okafor for the season. I think Jones is either he's hurt or he's gone for. He's going to be gone for a minute. And we talked about it all the time. The Chiefs have an offense to go and make a deep run in the playoffs, but as far as the defense, it's terrible. It's very terrible. It's terrible. So to get a guy like Suggs who can still rush the passer, I think it's a good move for the Chiefs. And you're not paying a whole lot of money. But like Mike said, it's not the offense or the defense of the Chiefs they got to worry about. It's Andy Reid and his decision makers.
We ain't gonna talk about that guy. Oh man, he better be quicker than that.
Bradley. Wait. Bradley. He said, "What happened to Suggs? Oh, he got cut by Arizona and got claimed by Kansas City."
Yep. Well, since you covered that, and it looks like Mad Mike ain't got shit to say on that, so we're gonna move on.
Right here now.
We fellas, we've been doing the show a while. We got some diehard Giants fans, or at least one that we know of that's quite well. I wonder how he felt about this one, right? Yeah, my man Sam the man. What y'all heard about Sam? What's Sam the man at? What
Sam
what you thought about that one? Eli got a standing ovation going, his last home game as a Giant.
No, I got something to say about that, man.
Go ahead, man.
I'm not. This had nothing to do with him just for Peyton Manning, but they treat Eli like he ain't shit, bro. Like this dude literally carried. Like this dude has literally carried them through the playoffs.
2-time Super Bowl MVP.
2 times. Like he literally carried that offense himself when they could not run the ball, they couldn't throw, they couldn't protect him. They haven't been able to protect this dude for the last 3 to 5 years. And you talking about he is like you talking about him like he's nothing. Like he's Jeff George, like he's damn Chris Chandelier. Like
he's like what's the guy's name? What's the guy's name in Dallas? Quincy Carter in Dallas.
Did you just say Chris Candelabra?
Chris Chandelier. Chris
Candelabra, bro. We made a pact that we was not going to discuss that guy on this show.
Hey man.
Hey, look, we said we wasn't gonna talk about that Super Bowl that we was in that we're not gonna talk about. But we talk about that too. So.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Mike. I ain't mean to.
You opening up old wounds and shit.
That's why. You know what? That's why I stopped talking after a while because I felt myself getting a little heated about this. I'm gonna let Mike continue with you. Go ahead.
But they treat Eli like he's some script. Like this dude, just look at his numbers, man. Yeah, he's had years where he's thrown 20 interceptions. I mean, some of the greats have had bad seasons. Like
Brett Favre.
Drew Brees started out he was straight trash when he started out, right? Drew Brees wasn't that good when he started out. Like let's be clear. Before they start all this stat padding, this is why he has over 70,000 yards. They stat pad every game, every chance they get. They trying to, even when they up 40-10, they still in the games trying to throw balls. Like this is what they do. So
I agree.
That's what I said.
Especially them 7-9 season where Drew was his passer. So.
That's all they did. They throw the ball every single play. So his stats don't mean nothing to me. His stats don't mean nothing to me at all. They mean nothing to me. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but those stats, those right there, no, bro. They don't mean nothing to me. All right. They don't mean nothing to me. People always say that Matt Ryan is a stat pattern. Oh man, Matt Ryan, he has that because he got Julio and Julio.
But you know what?
How many years? 8 years.
Bakari brought up a great point, and he beat Brady twice. That's a good
And
point.
he beat him twice.
And he beat Brady. And then Jeremy brought up a good question. Dex, I don't know if you can click on that real quick. Who's more overrated, Brees or Eli?
I always say Brees because of the stat pattern. Why I say that? Because in
Y'all
playoffs,
gonna get me fired.
Y'all want to say
Y'all
about
trying to get
Eli.
me fired, bro. I don't appreciate
you
y'all
can say
trying to get me fired.
whatever you want to say during the season about Eli Manning, but when those lights come on, Eli plays. He makes plays.
He did shine. So
Super Bowl against the who?
Against
who?
Tom Brady. Against Tom Brady. Matter of fact. One of those
Okay, Mike. This ain't the new day.
Hold up.
Jesus Christ.
One of those Super Bowls he got against was that undefeated Patriots team. So, hey, I give you that. I will say this.
I got this. I got this.
Before we move on, well, we'll probably talk about that later. So I'll keep the things to myself. As far as Eli getting the standing ovation,
I'm sorry, man. Oh, stat pad man, dude. That man, 79, 3 years in a row, 5,000 and 450,000, like 50,000 yards. Get out of here with that mess, man. They didn't run the damn ball one time. Done the whole damn fourth quarter talking about some damn. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. That's right there.
I tell you what. Dre, you said standing ovation, right?
This is good. This is good.
Yeah, this is
I tell
great.
everybody all the time.
He needed to get this out. He needed to get this out.
This pisses me off because quarterbacks like Warren Moon, quarterbacks like Dan Marino, quarterbacks like Jim Kelly.
Hold on. What you're not going to do is talk about Dan Marino. That's what you're not.
Boy.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's my cue. Time for me to put the jacket on.
I say it all the time.
Well, let me grab my keys.
I'm just saying, Dan Marino to me is the greatest quarterback of all time. Yeah.
Last one to leave, turn the lights off.
In a fourth quarter, and you swear that he's a great. Yes, he's a brilliant quarterback, but he's also a system quarterback. He's always been a system quarterback. He's been with Sean Payton for how long? 10 years.
Longer than that. Let's see, 2008, about 14 years. He's been there about 14 years. So.
If you've been in the same system for about 14 years, bro, Matt Ryan can put up those numbers. Anybody can put up those numbers. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not disrespecting him as a quarterback. I'm saying when it comes down to those stats, they don't mean nothing to me because they are oftentimes, how many years in a row did they go 79? And how many yards did he pass for? Almost 5,000 plus each year. They didn't go to the playoffs. Don't get me like he's some legendary quarterback. No, bro. Look, I want all the smoke. I dare anybody to come at me and talk about some numbers that pertains to quarterbacks because that's what I do. I do quarterback numbers. And I dare you to put up anybody in the 80s and 90s, and you put them against Drew Brees, and I guarantee you, Dan Marino, Warren Moon, Jim Kelly, all those guys can throw better than him. I promise you that. Look at those things. Look at those games.
I'm looking for the.
How many MVP seasons has he ever had?
I'm looking at the floor right now, and I think the floor is smoked right now. I'm not. How many
MVP seasons has he had?
Well, my opinion of Drew Brees is going to differ from yours, but we're not talking about him right now. We're going to talk about Eli. I'm talking
about all that stats, all them 70,000 passing yards, 50. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. That team was still 7. All that.
No, Dex. You want to go?
I'm done, man. I'm so done. I'm so.
Hey man, you got it out. You got it out. But,
I'm just gonna say it, man. Fuck that dude. Like fuck the Saints and fuck the Breeze too.
Are you okay? Are you all right?
hey, look, this is why he is the asshole champion of the world, man.
Look, everybody been kissing that damn dude feet for the last 10 years and his sorry ass and like that sorry ass Saint team.
True. I mean, like I said,
like he's something like
my opinion.
Like he wasn't trash. Matt Ryan has always been good. For the first time he stepped on that field, that dude's been winning awards, and y'all like to kiss the hell out of Drew Brees' feet like he's some he's some legendary quarterback. If it wasn't for that damn offside, if it wasn't for that onside kick, your ass would still have 0 damn rings. Get out of here with that mess, man. Get out of here with that bull crap.
My opinion is different from yours, but at the same time I respect your opinion. So Dex, I see you got the decon uniform on, man. So
I think it's time for me to. It's time for me to pack it on up. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and let Matt Mike had to do his thing. I'm gonna go ahead and just sweep up behind him and last one out.
Let me just say this, and I'm done. I say I'm done after I say this. Right. My problem is that we have so many quarterbacks that don't get the proper respect, and we have quarterbacks like a Tom Brady who has always been involved with some type of scandal in some type of way, and he gets praised, and nobody says put an asterisk on his name. Nobody says that he had Randy Moss. Nobody says that he had Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez and Corey Dillon, Chad Johnson. Nobody never says anything about that. But every time you look at Dan Marino, this dude was breaking records. This dude was killing. He was killing Ish before it was popular to kill Ish. Okay, he's been doing this years. Nobody gives Dan Marino respect. Where's the respect for Troy Aikman? Where's the respect for guys like Jim Kelly, who got their team to the Super Bowl? How many years in a row? 3 times in a row? Never get that proper respect. But we sitting up here, we still to this day, we are praising Drew Brees. Praising Drew Brees for what? For what? Stat pattern? Like I said before, this dude right here, when it comes down to being a quarterback who knows the system, knows how to, run an offense, Drew Brees is a brilliant quarterback. A brilliant quarterback. But he's a legend. Is he a legend? I doubt that. Legends do it from the very beginning, bro. Legends do it from the very beginning. They don't find a perfect system and then they become magic. I'm just trying to tell you that, bro. Michael Jordan was magic before the first day he stepped on that court. Kobe Bryant was legendary before the first time he stepped on the court. All these guys were legendary. Shaq, all these guys were legendary the first day they stepped on the court. Trae Young, we knew Trae Young was legendary when he stepped on that court. That dude was just magic. Drew Brees, can somebody tell me that Drew Brees was magic from the first time he got stepped on the court? On that field? You hate all you want to, but that's all I got to say, man. I'm sick of all these D-Riders, bro. I'm just sick of all these D-Riders on Tom Brady and Drew Brees nuts, man. And if I'm a hater, I'm a hater. But it is what it is, bro.
That's your opinion,
this is Red Cup Rants, and I just had to get that out. I'm sick of it.
That's why we let you talk, because I felt you had something to say. So, Dex, you wanna talk?
Is it safe?
I see you got your decon jacket on, so you got to say something. Go ahead.
Is it safe? Can I come out now?
No, go ahead. The
quarterback don't get enough respect, man, and I hate it. That man, this man gets so much hate, bro. It really pisses me off, and he's always been a bit.
Most of the time, like, what's the specific? I'm gonna go out and say it. 55% of the hate that's coming from Matt Ryan is from our own fan base. It is. That's why I'm not saying it's you, because you have pointers and you have facts to go with your statement. It's just a lot of people that don't do that is because they just feel that Michael Vick. They think Michael Vick's going to walk them indoors, and he's not. So, but go ahead, Dex. I'm still trying. I'm still trying to get myself together. I'm scared to touch the floor because it's so hot. Because Mike,
right, like he's slinging
I'm
napalm.
still trying to eat it, man.
I don't. Maybe I should have closed the show with this one because this, whoo, Lord.
Man, that's all I got to say about that. I
man,
don't
you
like.
said,
I,
hey, you
I
said,
don't.
Well, you know what?
somebody, hey,
You know
look,
what?
somebody, hey, Dex, make sure you clip this for our end of the year show. So this is probably one of them great moments that Mike
Oh
always
yeah,
does.
this whole show is gonna be downloaded after I
Man,
got it backed up. It's gonna be on the external hard drive. It's gonna be waiting on.
Yeah.
That's the definition of a stat pattern. That's what that when you look at stat pattern, a picture is gonna be on the front cover, center. Hell, look, not the hell with that. They put like just like these faces on in the background of this video. Just have Drew Brees face just all over it. Just stat pattern, stat pattern, stat pattern. With that little damn ugly ass mole he got on that face too. That stat
Oh
pattern,
my
stat pattern, stat pattern,
Lord.
all over the damn face. He is the definition of a stat pattern. He's the definition of a damn stat pattern. All right, leave my quarterback alone. Period. This dude is done.
I heard you heard what the man said. Leave our quarterback alone. Leave him alone. But
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna let Dex go because I got a very different opinion about that. But
you know what,
I do have a different opinion about what Mike said, but I do agree with
Dre, go ahead and give your
No, go
opinion
ahead because
because
I'm still trying to get my.
it's right now. It's my
look.
job to actually to keep the floor somewhat cool because we still got some more topics to cover. So, Dre, if you got something to say on it,
I'm about to take this hat off because it's hot in here because Mike done scorched that shit.
all right. Well, in that case, let me go ahead and get right. We gonna talk about more fans who got opinions just like Mike. We gonna talk about the Raiders black hole doing Raider black hole things one last time before they shut the doors.
Shit. Okay. All right. So 2 things I want to say. Number one. The city of Oakland is trash for that.
I mean, they've been doing that for decades now. So
the city of Oakland is trash for that. Number 2, I'm one of the few ones that don't think the Raiders are going to prosper in Las Vegas. Number 3, what do you expect from Raiders fans? I'm not dogging them, and then it's just how they are. They're hardcore and they're ruthless. So, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, come on, it's the very last game of Oakland, and what do you expect? Honestly, like, really, like, what do you expect? I mean, did y'all expect anything differently? I mean, am I missing something here? Like, really? The Raiders were in the playoff. They were in the playoff hunt, and they lost 3 games. Then they turned around and lost to the Jaguars. So, I mean, come on. Like, do you really think they're going to prosper in Las Vegas? I'm saying I doubt they do. They'll have a nice stadium, but then what else they got? Honestly, the only thing I'm looking forward to the Raiders is if the Falcons play the Raiders in Vegas, I will go up there.
right. Well, the black hole, aka the Raiders fan base, has been known for being, well, don't come in there wearing the wrong colors, don't be repping the wrong set, don't be too trash up in that motherfucker because they will fight back.
Honestly, it don't even matter because I've heard Raider fans stab other Raider fans, so it don't really matter. It just they're a little crazy.
Yeah, so to me, this is kind of it didn't move the needle for me as much as others because I grew up when Raiders fans used to be, well, to the civilized, to the cultured, the ones that didn't know sports, they were barbarians. To us sports fans, they were everything that every other fan base wanted to be. Because, yeah, we talk trash about them. But imagine if the Birds, imagine if the Falcons actually had a fan base like the Raiders.
It'll help a lot.
Do you really think it'd be easy to come up in Atlanta and get a W with that kind of fan base?
Probably not.
So yeah, I'm torn. Anywho, I just seen a comment. Ayers 01, who do I like for MVP this season? That's funny. You should ask because
Well, he said he got Russell Wilson to win, but
for
that's Action
me,
Jackson.
for me,
It's
and
Action Jackson.
I think for the rest of the crew, we have been talking about
Action Jackson.
that guy in B-more. The
Action Jackson.
reigning, defending, undisputed champs of the AFC North.
And congrats to him breaking Mike Vick's record. And
Oh yeah,
and I want to send a big FU to those people that was talking shit about Michael Vick congratulating Lamar Jackson with your dog problems. Man, fuck them dogs.
Oh boy, look, my fish look great right now. Ooh-wee. I own dogs, and I agree with Dre. So yeah, this fish is
say like this. You know what? Honestly, this is part of my rant. So I'm not gonna say it now, but it's part of my rant. But this man is living his life and trying to do right, and he basically, like I said a couple of shows ago, that he's responsible for the government making animal abuse a felony, and y'all still got the same problems. Like I said before, fuck them damn dogs.
Did we just get a guest in the building?
No.
That's Mad Mike. Lord have mercy. Never mind.
So, but not taking nothing away from Lamar Jackson. He's had a hell of a year, and a lot of people written him off that he wasn't going to be the quarterback that he is now. And to see how he's grown into that quarterback role and is becoming a dangerous playmaker. And Russell Wilson's having a good season. Don't get me wrong. He's got the Seahawks fighting for that number 1 seed. But right now, unless Lamar Jackson just retires tomorrow, he is the MVP of this league.
I want to say that this should be a lesson for all the analysts and college coaches, because ours is guilty of it too, of trying to put players in a box just because you think they can only do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I went back personally. I went back and looked at the footage. Lamar Jackson was called a wide receiver, a running back who could throw. He was told he was a running back who could throw a little bit. He was told he'd never be a quarterback. My head coach, right up the street in Athens, 67 miles away, tried to get him to play safety.
Well, look, we already talked about Georgia's with Cam Newton, Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence. Like Justin Fields, they whipped on a lot. So that don't surprise me. They try to get Lamar Jackson to play safety at Georgia. It doesn't. It really doesn't.
So with that being said, yeah, John Harbaugh loves his guys, and his guys love him. Does Lamar hold it personal anymore? No, but he still uses it as motivation. He isn't hating on it, but it still drives him to let everyone know. Like, it's like me. There are issues in my life to where a normal man would flat out hate people about certain things. I don't let it. I don't hate it. I don't hate him, that person or that situation no more. But I use that situation as a lesson and motivation to do better.
Right.
You told me I can't. You told me I can't throw. All right, cool. I'm gonna take all off season. Don't ask me to be in no commercial. Don't ask me to sign no deals. I'm gonna go throw. I'm gonna get better.
Bro, what did Trey Young say? The apology should be as loud as the disrespect.
Exactly. And I'm the type of person. I'm like Lamar Jackson. I'm the type of person to where I'm gonna make sure your apology has to be as loud as your disrespect, because you said I can't do this. Now, not only am I going to do it, but I'm going to do it 3 to 4 times better than you thought I could.
This man beat Tom Brady He beat Jimmy Garoppolo in that San Francisco defense.
And
This man
just to make sure everyone understands, because apparently the voters are getting it right. Finally, that happened.
But at the same time, we already know if you talk to Lamar Ingram, and the rest of that Ravens team, they're not worried about the Pro Bowl. They're not worried about the Pro Bowl.
Big Trust gonna tell you that's Super Bowl.
And trust me, nobody's watching the Pro Bowl.
Oh my God!
I said it.
Grier made the Pro Bowl.
Who?
What happened?
Freaking Jared.
Oh, the Falcons got a Pro Bowl. Oh shit! Look at that.
What?
Well, look here, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, it's breaking news that my phone didn't light up.
Hey,
my phone didn't light up, so I apologize.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Why are we surprised? Grady Jarrett's been playing his ass off this whole year.
You know we don't get no love, bro.
Cause it's Atlanta, bro.
No. Matt Ryan don't get no love. Matt Ryan doesn't get love. Grady Jarrett gets love. Matt Ryan doesn't get love. And it's from our fan base in the Pro Bowl system. That's why.
Correction. The Falcons got 2 Pro Bowlers.
Debo, Julio. He's Waffle House.
And Austin Hooper is also an alternate. So
we got, you know what? We really got to find a way to keep that guy. We really do.
Oh,
we really find a way to keep
him. I say we fire everybody. Every time we fire. That's what we
can't fire everybody though. How you gonna use my saying against me about firing?
We fire them all. We need tight ends. We got like 13 tight ends. Fire all of them but one.
I said fire everybody, but I said only 2. Carter and Dimitrov need to go. So that's all. I said 2. So here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, he should have been gone like yesterday, man.
Now,
I said Carter was a bad hire, and everybody was clowning me. But
well, Mike, I appreciate your interruption because it got the needle to the NFC South, because we got 2, maybe 3, 2 in the possible Pro Bowlers. Let me go spades on you. 2 in the possible. Ooh. So we're gonna go up the street about 4 hours. I-85 up the street. Up I-85, and we're gonna talk about next man up time. We football players, we know next man up. What that mean?
It don't matter. CMC's the whole offense, so it doesn't even matter. So
goddamn.
I could be, honestly, I could be the quarterback, but we all know the offense.
Dre, what you got in that cup over there, bro?
We already know the
cup,
whole
bro.
offense,
I need some.
Right? But I mean, seriously, who's the Panthers' offense? Cam is hurt.
Oakland just have a bad offense. I think they have a bad offensive coordinator. I don't think it's the offensive coordinator.
It's just like, you know what? It's just like the Rams with Gurley. When Gurley started deteriorating, you saw the holes in the Rams' offense. It's the same way with Carolina.
It's how they pretty much have everything structured. Like they want one guy to be that guy,
and that's not how it's going to work. Not going to work.
They don't want to put that place because I'm saying this because you saw it with Cam Newton. They wanted Cam to be the spotlight. Now it has shifted to CMC, like Chris McCaffrey. That's who they want. I think it's the way that they design everything, the way they market the team, is that they want that one guy to be their Michael Jordan, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's not working. It's not working. That's why they're losing games.
They have talent. But if you don't have, like we're seeing with the Falcons just want, like, let me rephrase that. Thomas Dimitrov wants to just throw the ball. He wants to throw the ball when you have
Carter in there too. Put Carter in there too, because Carter loves running that vertical game. He loves running that vertical game.
He definitely is. He just wants to throw. And I think that's the exact same thing that is going on with Carolina. They just have a system in place, and that's how they want to market that team after that one particular guy instead of having a team, a total team effort.
And I think that's the issue because we all know the Panthers have a good defense. They have Luke Kuechly, D. Jackson. They have a very good defense. It's just like they don't have. I think it was just the fact that okay, get the ball to CMC and see what he does for us to win this game. You don't have the guys on the perimeter to spread the ball up the field or blow a top off the defense. You don't have a tight end. I mean, Greg Olsen is as great as he is. He can't stay healthy. Their offensive line is inconsistent. So you're basically it's like me going into a Pac-Man game with Pac-Man, fight 5 ghosts, and I only got 1 power pellet. And if I use that power pellet, I'm basically fucked after that. Because this is what CMC is going through. As great of a player he is,
damn,
he
Dre,
can't carry that franchise. He can't. He needs help. Like he needs people on the perimeter. He needs, and I wish
Dre just took it to 1992 on y'all. I'm telling you.
And I wish Dante and Lauren was here because they explained it plenty of times talking to them. They need more than CMC. So,
well, Dre tag him.
Well, I did, but I'm pretty sure they'll answer eventually, and then I talked to both of them, and I said,
we'll circle back.
I said,
if our resident House Kittens fans swing through, we'll circle back.
Oh yeah, I already talked to both of them, and I said I would love them to come on the show to give their opinions about Panthers fans. Even my old chief from back in the day, Daniel Simmons, he's a Panthers fan. He's been very adamant about.
That guy. That guy. No, I'm just kidding.
That's my mentor, man. He's been real good, but he always when me and him was stationed together, he always gave me shit when the Panthers beat the Falcons.
Oh no, me and him have interacted a few times, so that guy.
So that's why I wish I had more Panthers fans to explain why the Panthers feel that CMC is the bless all, end all, be all of their offense when it's not. It's not. So
well, Dre. I know Mike might want to hold his breath, take a nap, or whatever. But it's time to talk about 540 and the 504.
Oh, the 540, 504. Oh, you talking about Brees?
We talking about Brees and we talking about Brady. We talking about Sosa and McGuire 2.0.
Well, I'm gonna go and gotta fill my cup up, so I'm gonna let you lead it off, and then I'll come back.
Oh boy, okay. Well, for those of y'all who don't know, we have the number 1 and number 2. Oh, hold on, let me get a little closer so you can see me. This one and this one. When it comes to touchdown passes, the record holders are both active players. Right now, the record holder is Mike just called him overrated as hell. So
I didn't say that. He was a stat pattern. I saw he was a piece of shit stat pattern. That's what I call him.
Okay, well, never mind. Mike called him. Let me clear my throat. He said he's a piece of shit stat pattern. And then we got the leader of the cheating crew himself, Mr. I need to go home and play till I'm 45, face ass, Tom Brady. So I don't have a dog in the fight because to me they're both two of the greatest quarterbacks, to lace them up. Biases aside, fandoms aside, just based on their bodies of work. And yes, I will admit that Brees has stat padded before, but even when he's not stat padding, his ability to read defenses and dissect is powerful. It's up there, bro. Like
you can't deny that. Can't deny that whatsoever. You cannot deny his ability to read defenses as for a quarterback.
I agree with Dre. I believe Brees is a top 5 quarterback of all time. I'm not gonna say top. Nah, I ain't gonna say number 1, but top 5.
Oh no, he's not number.
Top 5. I can do that. Top 5. I can do that.
But definitely, to me, I think that Drew Brees is a top 5 quarterback of all time. That's just my opinion, though.
Right.
I can't. A lot of people gonna disagree.
Because to me,
but I'm gonna break it down.
To me, you say
why I feel he's that.
And to address the chat, We appreciate y'all all your love and you coming out. Yes, I agree. Congratulations to Grady Jarrett. LaDonna, yes, we know Christian McCaffrey got you to the finals, and
Oh
you
yeah,
love
Ladonna, tell Leo I'm sorry about my comment. I'm gonna come and we gonna hang out when I come see him though. Tell him I'm sorry for that. So.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I own two dogs. One's my emotional
I just
support
had
animal
to.
that the VA
I just
recommended.
had to get that. I just had to get that
I
on
feel you.
test
I feel
because
you.
after what I see today
Right.
wrong with our children, that's why I've said what I said.
I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna move on. I'm like I told y'all, I'm a disabled veteran. I have an emotional support animal. She's right over there in her bed. It's a pit bull, by the way.
Yeah.
However, if it came down to my dog or a human life, it's got to be the human life. Okay, it has gotten to a point in this country where dogs have more rights than a person with this.
I mean, look at the children that's getting kidnapped every day. They're not white.
Well, LaDonna said he heard you, so there you go.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say. I didn't mean to say. I didn't mean to say that, but I'm just looking at the news, and
Yeah.
I mean, kids getting kidnapped ain't part of that MC community. That's all I'm saying.
Ay, 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 ay. Anywho, Matt, we see you back. Thanks. We appreciate you. Go Breeze. Fuck Brady. How about fucking both? How about that? Yeah. Fuck Skid Mark.
Hey,
And fuck Deflate
hey,
Man.
look,
Okay.
what Ray Lewis say? Yes. Tell him what you gonna feel, dog.
Oh
It's what it
man.
is. But go ahead, Dex. I'm gonna let you go ahead. And go.
I'm conflicted. I mean, yes, it's gonna be compelling football watching them shoot it out to see who's gonna be in the year as the record holder for the most career tubs.
Man,
But
I'm
however,
sorry.
based on the scheme,
Mike, we know how you
Mike,
feel,
we
dog.
know how
We know
you
how you
feel.
feel. We know how
So
you feel,
so
man.
yeah. So but
I don't
based on
need. I look. I don't need you. I'm still trying to get my feet on the floor. It's still kind of warm on the floor, so I'm gonna need you
right.
to.
But based on the scheme, I gotta say that Breeze will probably end up more than Brady because you gotta also remember that
And the fact that the Patriots lost their best receiver too. Edelman might not even play in the playoffs, so he might not even play. So I mean,
and Mohamed Sanu do not look the same since he is not got number 2 thrown to him.
No.
Lord, here we go. There he goes.
I wonder why. I wonder why.
I'll tell you, boss.
Oh, you Falcons that was so cute. You thought Muhammad Ali wasn't
I know what it was. I know what it was. I know what it was.
Are
I
you
know what it
done?
was.
Are you done, Scrooge McDuck? Are you
Can
done?
I say
Yeah, I'm
something?
done.
I just want to say that I think the reason why he is an underperformer right now, he misses Magic City.
Oh, you know what? Hey, ain't nothing like Magic City.
I mean, it's
Bro.
right. I mean, it's right by the bins. I mean, it's right by the bins. So I mean, hey,
Nah,
if I'm a player,
Sanu
look.
seemed like a gangster. He probably come to Blue Flame, my guy.
Hey,
He's a
look. If
Blue
I'm a player and
Flamer,
my
my
Falcons lost,
guy.
look. If I'm a player and my team lost, guess where I'm going right after I leave the game? I'm going right to Magic City.
I'm trying to take a sip after that.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, look. I mean,
You know what? I don't even know how I'm gonna get this thing back on the rails. Jesus, Lord.
hey man, I'm helping. Look, dog. Look, check this out. I'm helping you. I'm helping you get back on the rails, dog.
Oh, you gonna help us get back on the rails?
I'm helping you, dog. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Well, I appreciate you helping us get back on the rails. We know how Mike feels about it, so we ain't even gonna talk about it. I do believe that because Brady doesn't have weapons at his disposal. He doesn't have a one number 84 anymore. Who is talking about he might want to join the WWE?
And look, he doesn't have this. He doesn't have this either. He don't have that. So,
Oh, you don't have waffle?
you don't have that.
Oh, you mean quad polar? Because something wrong with that boy. Something wrong with that boy. Wait now. See, Life is my favorite movie. What was that boy? Oh, yeah, Can't Get Right.
Hey man, I'll just say this about Sadu, man, and we can go on to the next topic. People need to recognize the greatness of Matt Ryan and Julio.
How did it?
And that's all I can say about that.
Okay.
Look.
All right.
I've been known when Mike is on a tangent, let him go.
Yeah.
Man,
Speaking of letting it go, my squad, those guys, we gonna be watching. Unfortunately, the playoffs from the couch. Y'all want to talk about this playoff pictures we got going on? Cause I can pull it up right quick for you. Hold on.
All I'm saying is that it's 4 teams vying for that number 1 seed, and as an unbiased fan, I feel that each one of those teams are capable of being a number 1 seed in NFC.
All right, here it is. I've got the seedings. I got it up for you right now. Ready?
Yeah.
New England will clinch a playoff spot.
They already did. They already
well,
clinched
actually,
the playoff
it
spot.
will be. I think it will be. Yeah. They did.
I think
clinch.
They clinched the division if they beat Buffalo Saturday.
Yeah, they clinched the division if they beat Buffalo. They already locked themselves in. Green Bay clinches the North with a win against Minnesota on Monday. That's gonna be a good matchup. The bad man versus that vaunted Harry the Hammer and his boys.
And you know what? And considering the fact everybody talks about the Minnesota defense, but Kirk Cousins looks pretty damn good right now.
Yeah, he looking like a quarterback.
I don't know what he did.
He looking like a quarterback.
I don't know what he did. I don't know who he prayed to. I don't know what juice he drank, but the motherfucker looked like
he went to the same camp Lamar Jackson did. They've been working on quarterbacking together.
Something worked because before that he was grade A dumpster truck juice.
Okay.
Well, he still we just getting another version. We getting I guess we getting the Clark Kent side of Superman. I think that's what we.
I have no idea, but the way the man's been playing right now, even though Lamar Jackson's gonna win MVP, Kirk Cousins would be my choice for the dark horse MVP vote. He would have.
I think he deserves, but I just don't want the Clark Kent side of him to come back because I think Minnesota.
We'll see that come playoff time. You know how the playoffs is. They'll expose a lot of people. They really do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, LaDonna, cover your ears. Love you, sis. Green Bay will clinch the NFC East with the win on Sunday.
Wait. You said Green Bay or the Cowboys?
I'm sorry, the Cowboys, the Cowgirls.
Yeah. I know what he meant. I know exactly what he meant.
I already said it. Just to spite her, the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl and they're going to win. Just to spite her.
You ain't.
Just to spite her.
You ain't shit for real. Okay.
I mean, Nikki will be happy, but LaDonna will be like,
LaDonna ain't trying to hear that. They ain't trying to hear that.
Baltimore clinches home field advantage if they get another W, which they probably will. It actually be surprising. It don't matter because to me, I don't even think they're gonna lose again.
I think they got to play the Steelers again. That'll be a good game, though. That'll really be a good game if they play Pittsburgh again. I really think they do.
Hold on, I'll let you know.
I think they play Pittsburgh.
Oh no, they don't. No, they don't.
Who they play?
Odella and the boys.
They did beat them though. That's one of the 2 teams that beat Cleveland. But I will say this: the way that Cleveland has been underperforming this year, and I gotta be some more pro tonight because I picked Cleveland to win the division.
Oh, but I told y'all that last year. I told you that there was like
chemistry. Chemistry. So,
chemistry.
Yeah.
And I believe yes, that is what that says. Okay. Houston will actually clinch the AFC South with the win.
Well, they got it. They got it by beating Tennessee. So, I mean, unless something happens.
I think statistically,
I think-
statistically, Tennessee still has a chance if Houston loses out.
Yeah,
Tennessee,
playoffs.
Tennessee owns the tiebreaker because they won against them at one point or something. I don't know.
They beat
I
them,
don't know how that shit
beat
works.
the Texas beat them this Sunday. They beat them this Sunday. So.
I think Tennessee won the first game. I don't know how that shit works.
No. They got another game. It's either 16th or 17th. So
it's either that or a record or something. It's something. But right now, Tennessee is not officially eliminated yet. So, but that is the NFL playoff pictures, ladies and germs. We already know that you
already know my Super Bowl pick. Ravens and Packers. That's my Super Bowl pick right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say we already know that that team down there in that boot shape, they already clinched the NFC South. We know that the Niners are fuck Shadoofus. Fuck Shadoofus and them have won the they pretty much locked up. Well, they locked up at the playoff spot, and unfortunately, well, actually no, it's fortunate that they're actually behind the Seahawks in their division because of that loss against.
It's like I said,
us.
it's four teams in the NFC that's vying for that number one seed. It's going to be very interesting.
Well, Shadoofus learned the same lesson that Covington learned. You talk shit, you get hit. Because you spent all week talking about this is our Super Bowl.
I will say this: unlike Swiss cheese, Shadoofus has a chance to redeem himself if he wins these last two games.
Oh my God, he called him Swiss cheese.
He is Swiss cheese. I mean, after Usman broke his jaw, he's Swiss cheese. Like he couldn't stop nothing. So I mean, hey.
Hey, I'm gonna say this about the Niners, man. It's just something that when teams touch us, they end up just like hitting one of those grooves in the playoffs. Like even if we win or lose, something just seems to go on a route.
I hate to say it, but I think it's the Atlanta sports. I think it's Atlanta sports aura because it's not just teams, it's players too.
I'm gonna break it down. Who is the Niners coach?
Shadoofus.
Oh, that's what I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I said that he's gonna do something. It's gonna cost the team the win.
That's true. That's true. But I know what Mike is saying though.
Niner fans, listen to me. Look at me. Look. All right, man. Doofus is gonna jack. He's gonna fuck with y'all playoff chances. Especially if y'all win it. If y'all go to like a New Orleans or Green Bay, he's gonna overthink and he's gonna cost y'all a crucial win. You see what he did to us? I'm still trying to figure out what the hell he did to us in the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah. But and I agree with you. Shadoofus is Shadoofus. Fuck him. But I get what Mike is saying. It's something about our aura. I think. I hate to put on the full hat and be a conspiracy theorist like half of the damn.
Well, I mean,
community. But I do believe.
We already figured out that.
But Mike knows where I'm going with this. I believe that the world. I think the Georgia World Congress Center, the GWCC, that whole campus is cursed. You know, all them churches they tore down is cursed because every player that leaves Atlanta sports ends up beasting somewhere else. Every team that runs through us ends up beasting. Every coach ends up beasting. Look at Coach Snyder. That used to be a Hawk assistant. He a Jazz coach right now. They beast.
Dex, I'm just telling you right now. You better piss off these super fans saying that shit. So these super fans talk about ain't nobody's curse. Ain't no curse. It's just the fact that we don't play to our level. Okay, we played to our level Sunday. So you tell me we can't beat nobody. So I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
believe in curses.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
I don't believe in curses.
Hold on, super fans. I got something for you.
Oh, I already said. I said on the post. I said, show me somebody that got a check from the super fan account the Falcons got for being a super fan. And like Iron Mike said it. Whoever Iron Mike is, he said it. If you beat Atlanta in the playoffs, you're going to the Super Bowl. And he's right.
Oh my God.
He ain't lying. So,
Well,
Hey,
we got one more thing to cover, and it's not really a cover. It's just something I need to say before we wrap up. I want to say condolences to the Kennedy family. Rest in peace to James Kennedy. He is the man that inspired the movie Radio.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace to him. I didn't look up how he died at the age of 72. It really doesn't matter to me how you died anymore. At this in America, you made it past 65. So for me, I'm actually surprised that you made it that far. So congratulations on turning what should have been a shitty life to the best you could. Thank you for your legacy and helping
That's one of my
make
favorite.
changes.
I'm just letting y'all know, Radio is one of my favorite movies. So.
Right. So I'm thankful for him and the legacy that he left and the changes that he helped make in sports. Now, with that being said, my cup is almost empty, which is probably why I'm smiling and shit. Fellas,
I'm hungry. So I'm ready to go. So I'm hungry. I want something to eat. So
it's that time. Mike, you've been on edge all day. So, sir,
I'm telling you right now. I mean, Mike. You know what, Mike. You know what the thing with Mike is Mike has been. You know, we all know he's an asshole, but Mike has been in rare form tonight. So rare form tonight.
So Mike,
and we are, and like I said, me and Dex, all of us hanging. This is probably Mike's finest moment. He need to go ahead and get on the mic and say, "South got something to say." He need to go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Mike,
so,
the
go
floor
ahead,
is
Mike.
yours. You've been rampaging you've been rampaging since last night. So,
all right,
you, bro.
if you go on my Twitter account, you can clearly see that it states, I support Vic Beasley.
It said that all year.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, it said it since last year.
I've been saying this for a while. For Vic Beasley, I said if you allow Vic Beasley to do what he does best, which is be a 3-4 outside linebacker, he is not a defensive end. I don't know how many times I have said that the Falcons have been misusing him since 2016. 2016 is where they did this. They used him as a 34 outside linebacker. Okay? That's how he got 15 and a half sacks. This year, the same guy that you, fans, you said this. Vic Beasley.
So at that point,
you said this, Falcons fans, that Vic Beasley sucks. You said this. And now the guy that is leading the team in NFL sacks is smiling in your face, cheesing, grinning, going into free agency, and you're just saying and you're praying to yourself, oh God, please don't let Vic Beasley come back so I won't look like a damn fool. Please, Lord, don't let Mike be back. Because I'm going to talk plenty of shit. I'm going to talk plenty of shit, and I'm going to throw it in all of you guys' faces. All year, this guy, in the offseason, you say, oh, he needs to go to Chuck Smith. He needs to go to Chuck Smith. Chuck Smith will get him right. Didn't go. Vic Beasley did his own thing. He knew what was right for him, and now you're seeing the fruits of his labor. The Falcons are using him. When Devondre Campbell can't cover a damn hole, he probably can't cover a goddamn snail. Okay? Vic Beasley has been covering guys. Like trying to keep up with a guy like Todd Gurley in the open field. Yeah, Vic Beasley was that guy. Vic Beasley was the guy rushing the passer, covering, spying. He's doing all of that. Why would the Falcons do that? Why would Dan Quinn choose Vic Beasley out of everyone? Out of everyone, not even Debo, not Devondre Campbell, not Grady Jarrett or Tack McKinley. He chooses Vic Beasley to be that guy for him. The guy is talented. But what good is talent without coaching? Without the proper scheme? And this is why I tell people over and over again, stop getting so excited about guys who can run 4-4 and 5, like 4-2-5. Like, stop. It doesn't matter without proper coaching. Tom Brady is probably the slowest human being in life. In history of the world, he's probably the slowest. I can run faster than him right now. And both my knees are shot. It doesn't matter without the proper coaching. So Falcons fans, stop being bitches and stop hating. Support the man. How hard is it to just support somebody? How hard is it to just be wrong? It's okay to be wrong. I was wrong about Devontae Freeman. I told you.
I was wrong about Canal Deal. So
we was wrong. Vic Beasley leading the team in sacks. So Falcons fans, stop hating on the guy. The guy leading the team in sacks, and that ought to tell you something. He has talent. It's going to take time. The Falcons finally understand how to utilize their players, and now you're seeing it. You just don't beat 2 playoff teams in one season without having some talent. And these guys are balling right now, and I love what the Atlanta Falcons are doing. Disappointed in the season, but I love that you're finally starting to see. It's all about growth, man. It's all about growth. Sometimes it takes teams longer to truly find themselves, and the Falcons, I feel right now, are really beginning to find themselves. And that's all I got to say, man. Just stop fucking hating on them, man. That man some credit.
all right.
I will say this about Vic. I've been
Go ahead, man. It's on you, dog.
Well, I've been a supporter of Vic Beasley since we drafted him. Mike can tell you that.
Uh-huh.
And I never wavered. We implemented a hybrid defense. We run 4-3, we run 3-4. We alternate. And when we're in 4-3 formations and sets, Vic Beasley is a stand-up outside linebacker, and he's able to use that athleticism and freaking nature ability that he got to get by people. I watched him eat Sunday. I watched him rack up almost 6 sacks in the last couple games. Tack is on IR. So it's been Vic by himself. And people been saying, well, Vic's sacks don't matter because it's been against cupcake teams and blah, blah. A football player is still a fucking football player. People can say whatever they want to say, but it is your job to play against whoever lines up against you. When you step your ass on the white lines, it don't matter if they are all world or scrubs. You do your job. Vic has been doing his job. Do you think another coach would have figured that out with Vic? No, they would have gave up on Vic. That's another reason why I say Dan Quinn needs to stay. Dan Quinn vowed to work with Vic until he got it right. They finally got it right. Another coach would have gave up on Vic. He would have been in another system like Baltimore, which runs a flat 3-4, nothing but, and he would have been Hall of Fame looking like, because they would have put him out there in the outside linebacker where Terrell Suggs used to be, got him for the low since, his value tanked. And then everybody was like, oh my God, why couldn't the Falcons do this? Make up your motherfucking minds.
You know how our fans are. So.
Hey man, people,
That being said,
Go ahead, man.
That being said, I'm gonna creep up to the mic real quick. I'm gonna let Dre take us home. But I'm gonna creep up to them unless you want to go ahead and Dre.
Look, man. Hey, look, we can get it all. Look, we can get it all out now. So you guys say something.
Well,
so
y'all gonna go. It's time for y'all. It's time for y'all to go on a ride with me. I'm probably gonna piss off a good portion of our fan base. And as my shirt say, I don't give a fuck. But here we go. Red Cups, y'all on me. Statistics state that half of our viewers are probably going to be female. Well, I need half of our viewers to pay the fuck attention. I am a man that is 35 years old. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, which up until about 3 years ago, I had no pride in whatsoever. I felt like a murderer. I felt like a piece of shit. And I quickly realized that being a black man and being a veteran is a double whammy when it comes to the government. Because I'm already a discarded toy from the military and I'm black. So I'm losing on both ends. But I am a black man who has done things that most people won't do. All of my prior relationships, except for 2, I have taken on the role of taking care of or raising other people's children. I have given my all in every relationship I've ever been in. I have given my last dime. I actually have a car on my credit report because the person that I co-signed on the car for decided she didn't want to pay on it no more. But for the last, let's see, I got out the military in 2009. So for the last 13 to 14 years, all I've heard is men ain't shit. Niggas this and niggas that. And the fellas can tell you, I've been trying not to say that word. I've been trying to get that word out of my vocabulary. Well, it's time for a little news flash, okay? First of all, no one told you to try all niggas. Since you love claiming all niggas ain't shit, no one told you to try them all. Because I'm clearly an example of not all niggas being shit. I step in and do jobs that other people won't do. And I do them proudly. My question to you is, have you ever wondered what it is about you and your shit personalities and your busted down pussy that's attracting these ain't shit niggas? If you ever wondered that maybe it might be your fucking preference of dealing with thugs and the jailbirds instead of the good guy that you left on red for the last 4 years? You know, the one that's actually good for you, but you don't want to talk to him because you don't want to mess up a friendship.
Ooh.
You know, that one.
Ooh. Ooh.
But you'll go chase the one who's been slanging dope on the corner for the last 20 years. he ain't upgraded yet. He been slinging the same. He been selling the same dime bags for the last 20 years. Yet he ain't upgraded to no cocaine. He ain't try to figure out how to get his own supply. Nothing. You too busy chasing them. And then my favorite is when a guy tries to actually pay you some decent amount of attention. You call him thirsty because you're not used to actually being treated like a fucking lady. But that's my fault, right? And then when you finally do get used to me, telling you, good morning, how was your day? Hope you had a good rest, yada, yada, yada. Oh, you getting irritated by it. But if I stop, you bitching. Make up your mind which one you want. Because us regular dudes, us real men, we can't read minds. You dumb bitch.
Shit.
My brothers will tell you I'm blunt as fuck. I don't play hints. I don't do all that. Tell me what the fuck you want.
Hey,
so we can figure the fuck out.
Iron Mike, if you just now listen to the show, this is our rant.
This is not your average.
Wait, hold on, Iron Mike. I can turn into football. If you tell me the play that you're trying to run, I can run the ball up the hole. If you tell me where the fuck I'm going, be an offensive coordinator.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, Mike,
all the hurts and abuses that I've been through in life is my job to play defense.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to treat nobody with.
Hey, Mike, your boy's back again. He talked about Quavo. Quavo says.
Oh, here we go.
Well, Quavo said if you cheat on your girl, you somehow get a party and shit. So.
Oh, no, hey, look, Quavo. Hey, look, Offset got $500 for Cardi B. So shit. So it is what it is, right?
So that's my rant. Because, and don't get me wrong, that's just for the ladies, fellas.
We gotta do better.
Don't worry, hold your horses. I'm coming for y'all next week, or whenever. No, we probably won't do another show next week because next week is actually Christmas Eve. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, no show next week. No show next week.
So that end of the year special that we
got the end of the year special. Definitely doing the end of the year special. So.
Fellas, I did not forget about you. You will see my face.
I don't know if they want to see it, though.
Dre, take us home before I flip the damn table.
You always talk about something. Hey,
Dre.
Mike, you the brother, man.
Hey, man, I ain't got nothing with this. All right.
From now on, whenever we do a rant, I'm gonna go first because y'all to the default. I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna say a few things. Number one, I do think that Eli Manning is a first ballot Hall of Fame. Just the fact that he won 2 Super Bowls and he he's done a lot to the game and he's a man, so he's definitely in the Hall of Fame. Number 2, Drew Brees is to me, honestly, he is regardless of what people say about how he got him the stats. Those are very hard stats to come by. So I think Drew Brees, to me, will go down as one of the greatest passers in football. And he is a top 5 quarterback all time to me. Matter of fact, I got him number 4 behind Brady, Manning, who's the other guy? Montana, then Brees, then John Elway. That's my top 5 all-time quarterbacks. Well, no, I take that back. Marino is my number 1 guy. And then it's Brady. And then it's Montana. And then it's Elway, and then it's Brees. So sorry about that. But Brees is number 5. He's right there. So after that, the whole sports thing. Now I gotta get to the non-sports side. And this is very serious to me. There was a young lady that was kidnapped a couple days ago. That was kidnapped, supposedly was kidnapped, and then the cops found her today, and then they come to find out that she staged it all because she doesn't want to leave the country because her mom decided she wanted to leave the country with her family, and she decided to throw a fit. That's really disturbing to me. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, don't give her a lot of flack because she's only 16." I understand that. They say that she shouldn't have made. She's too young to make decisions like that. She doesn't know any better. Her brain developed. Man, stop it. Come on. There's a lot of kids out there right now that are happy. They would love to be at home right now, but they're not because some predator has them against their will, doing God knows what, because they're trying to make a quick buck off these kids. And that's why I said what I said about people not forgiving Michael Vick about what he did with these dogs, but they haven't said shit about these kids getting kidnapped every day or getting exploited every day. And the fact that she did this, people are probably going to stop believing when a kid gets kidnapped because of shit like this. I mean, they just found 2 kids in Jacksonville today. One of the kids went to my son's school. That the boy that got kidnapped went to my son's school. So it could have been any one of our kids. So I'm gonna need people to really like reflect and realize that the world is not gonna cater to our kids like it did with us. And I need y'all to not be so heartless with our children, but at the same time have a discernment about what's right and what's wrong. And stop trying to baby these kids that are actually trying to do shit like stage a kidnapping when that manpower could have went to a child that was actually kidnapped, genuinely kidnapped and being held against their will. It's sickening and disgusting to me because I'm a father. My man Dex is a father. Mike has nieces and nephews. My BFF LaDonna and her husband, they have a nephew that I would kill for if something happened to him.
Touch him and find out.
Right. So I'm gonna need everybody to kind of just chill a little bit and talk to your kids. Please talk to your kids because you don't know what they're going through. You gotta figure it out. I'm still learning as a parent. I've been a parent for 13 years and I'm still trying to figure it out. So don't abandon your kids, but at the same time, shit like this needs to be stopped because there's kids out there right now that needs a lot of help, and you pull a stunt like this, it's not good. It really isn't. So, and Iron Mike said it best. People that hate Vic don't care about human lives. Well, yes and no, because like I said, my brother Dex is a dog lover. My BFF LaDonna is a dog lover. They have dogs, but at the same time, they know what it is. I'm pretty sure if something happened to Tyreek, LaDonna's not gonna be thinking about no damn dog. Same thing with Dex and his kids. So they're not gonna be worried about a dog. They'll be worried about who messed with my kid. So I mean, there it is. And Triple G, you said that you rather spend time with dogs than with humans. That's your opinion, but at the same time, my opinion is the same thing I said. FTD. If a child is missing, I'd rather worry about that than a damn dog. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this rant before I get really personal or really dark, and then we'll get canceled. So.
Completely different. All right, it ain't damn It ain't a lullaby. I'll just say that. It's definitely not a lullaby. All right, so this has been the Red Cup Rants, guys, man. Like this is the side of Mad Mike that I wanted everyone to witness because, like I said, this is all about positivity. But we put a little spin on positivity, so don't think it's soft, okay? We got love for you. We got love for people.
This ain't the
Got love,
motherfucking new day. I want you to understand that.
but
This ain't look. I'm gonna tell you like this. These are my brothers. It's one missing right now. Still, I don't know. That's my BFF. But we don't always agree with shit.
oh
We
yeah,
don't. We
I
have
rarely
shout
agree with
matches. We
shit.
have shout matches. We have heated arguments, but at the same time, at the end of the day, that's my family. So if people are sitting here talking about how we disagree about stuff and we're getting pretty heated, that's how family does. It's just what you do after that. So if you feel that you want to go to a yes show where everybody agrees, there's always ESPN and Fox Sports.
Fox News. Yeah, go watch Fox News.
Yeah. Or they can watch the Fox News FAUX, Fox News, fake news. Yeah, watch that.
I want
But
y'all
that's
to
my rant
understand.
though. I don't wanna drag on because I'm hungry. So
Right.
I don't want to drag on, but that's my rant.
All right. Well, let me do my part. Let me do the little housekeeping so we can go. This here is Strictly Prohibited Network. We say the things that people are afraid to say. Did you notice? This is Red Cup Rants. We're here every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we usually run about 2 hours, 2.5, 2 to 2.5 hours. We're trying to shorten it up, but things get
It
deep.
happens.
My
Yeah,
bad.
it happens.
We have other shows on Strictly Prohibited Network. We have the Hodgepodge Show that comes on every Saturday night at 10 p.m.
Good
Eastern
show.
Standard Time with our guys Sean and Patrick. Check them out. We have my sister and my brother LaDonna and Rusev, aka Mimi and Boom, with the chain reaction. That's after every no. See, the key word is every. Okay, after every Cowboys game. If it's a late night game, it would be the next day because of the schedule that my brother works. But usually, maybe 10 to 15 minutes after the game, they go live.
Yep.
Right here.
Yep.
Next year, 2020, in the zone with B Jones. We'll be here on Strictly Prohibited Network. There is a number scrolling across the bottom of your screen. That is our number. You can call in anytime when we are on the air to interact with us.
And then also,
well, don't call in with B Jones because he said he ain't gonna.
I was feeling that. I have feeling that Brian's gonna come in with the guns blazing. So I'm looking forward to it. I've listened to the show. It's a very good show. I've listened to the Hodgepodge, but there's 2 more shows that are in the works right now.
2?
Yeah.
Well, I know of one because I'm probably gonna have to be the tech team on that show. We have the Champagne Conversations with 3 of the
leading ladies of
the 3 of the pillars when it comes to the female contingent of Strictly Prohibited Network, aka my lady, aka my lady, my best friend, and my sister. I don't know how all 3 of them deal with me.
You're missing one though. You're missing one though. Mike and
yeah,
and they're gonna be talking about that Mac. They're gonna be talking about that Mac game. They're gonna be talking about the turnbuckle game. They're gonna be talking about that clothesline game. So
we have one other show that it is an untitled project. We don't have a name for it yet. But you get to see my ugly mug some more. Hey, yeah, we love you too, ugly motherfuckers. You. So we're gonna be talking about this. We're gonna talk about the different aspects of wrestling. I will let you know that I am more of the AEW and indie scene type of person because yes, I do watch WWE, but I try to keep my horizons open so we can keep all avenues covered. because as you've noticed, we don't just talk about Falcons, even though I live in Atlanta, Georgia, off Campbellton. If you want to come see me, come swang through. I Skibbity Paps are always for sale. You know what I'm
trying to
saying?
promote our shows. You talk about somebody. Come on, dog. We
Hey,
talk about our shows.
I'm just letting you know, them Skibbity Paps is always these Skibbity Paps is rated G for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what? Yeah, well, you know these people. Look. See. You let me do my thing, and I had to get it out. That people always talking about our opinions, and we don't know shit. And I'm tired of. You know what? I'm sick of this shit. You know what? Screw you guys, man. I had to take this shit. I'm going home. These motherfuckers and they opinion telling us we don't know shit, and y'all motherfuckers won't let me get. You know what? Mike, tell them where they can find you on social media.
I'm saying is this: 2020.
2020 is the year Strictly Prohibited Network. If you ain't on the wagon by now, don't try to jump on later because we taking off. Mike, tell them where they can find your shit at, man. Damn.
We got the champagne conversation coming. We got champagne conversation coming for the ladies that want to have an avenue to talk about lady stuff. And man, we're gonna tune in too because we gotta take these notes because the women are always switching the playbook, so we gotta take these notes. Tune in with LaDonna, Nikki, and Kim to talk about women stuff. And when you want to tune in too, because I got my notepad ready when this pops off. So it's gonna be one of our good shows. And then also we got the wrestling. We got the wrestling show going on with Mike, Bill, Dex, and Matt. Because me personally, I haven't watched wrestling.
If Matt ever get off his ass, I mean,
I just watched Raw last night. And I was confused about why the hell.
Fuck that shit.
So I mean,
do we have to talk about Raw?
No. We're about to get off the show. This is for you guys. And I will say this. I know a lot of people are texting me talking about why we don't talk about wrestling. Once we get the details situated with that wrestling show, we're gonna put it out there. So just hang tight, all right? But other than that, good. I appreciate everybody listening to us. We're not gonna have a show next Tuesday because it's Christmas Eve and you want to spend time with your friends. But New Year's Eve, we're gonna have the end of the year show.
One last thing, Mad Mike, tell them where they can find you on all your stuff. Plug your stuff before we go.
You guys already know, Matt Mike Sports. If you're new to the channel, just go and hit that subscribe button. All right, not on support Matt Mike Sports, but hit that Strictly Prohibited Network. That subscribe button on there also, where you can find every show we just named. I will have the link in the description for easy access. But yeah, man, just I know a lot of you guys got women. A lot of you guys have people, friends, sisters, all that, man. We trying to provide a network where everyone can feel comfortable and talk about anything and everything besides just sports. All right, this is not your average show. I am not your average guy. We are not your average man. All right, we want a positive place where we can talk sports, but ours positive is just a different type of positive, okay?
You can be positive. I ain't doing that shit no more.
Nice all the time. We don't always say the exact same, the nice words. It comes out just
and like I said, we don't never agree.
See, the Hawks lost tonight, so you can be positive. I ain't being positive for shit. Leave me alone.
With that being said,
next week there will be no show. Next week, I want everybody to enjoy their families. I know that I say that I ain't positive. I'm not positive because that's just me. I do wish everybody else to be positive.
But
Quavo said this needs to be on the shirt. It already is. There you go. I want y'all to tune in on the end of the year. We will be back then. And next week we're taking off because of Christmas Eve. Enjoy y'all families. Enjoy the sports. But I want y'all to realize sports is not the only thing in life. So take the time to smell the roses if you got them. Atlanta don't really have roses.
Turkey and ham and some macaroni and cheese for me. I'll be at work.
Yeah, right.
But
just take the time to enjoy yourselves and try not to take things too serious.
Especially now. Depression and suicide is real. It's real.
That being said, yeah, take your asses, go do something else. This show's over. We out.
But I want to say this though before we leave.
Damn it, Drake.
New Year's Eve. Just be prepared because that show's gonna be crazy. That's all I'm saying. Because we have a lot of moments from our show over the years. There's a lot of golden moments that me and Dex and Mike are gonna work on to bring to the forefront. And if it's for people that's just now following us, we have a lot of moments. So if you want to kick it with us on New Year's Eve before you go and get that good drink or get that good mistletoe kiss, Happy New Year kiss, tune in a little bit because that show gonna be crazy on New Year's Eve. Trust me, it really is. So just be prepared.
Yeah. That being said, everybody get the fuck out. Y'all gotta go home. Y'all gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here because us black folk gotta go eat. We hungry. We out.
Out of there. Appreciate y'all listening.